Yo, 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 yo. Hold on. Let's check out who's in the building. Sorry, I'm Lucas. Parenting duties. It's fun stuff. Hold on. Let me fix the barn up. A little surprise. We've been off the air for quite a while. Me and my main man Mark, who's missing. Bit of a sausage, but we'll not go there. Brush in the building. Best beard in the building. We have a new chap here, Snipes Fire. Says COIB, which he's supporting Bruno, obviously. Come on, you, Bruno. Bruno. Come on, you, Bruno. And then he's got to be there for some reason. Apart from that, he's supporting Bruno. We've got the biggest Man United fan in the whole entire world is in the building. I'm still proud of you for that award that you got. I would love to know how you got that award and how you got that name. Very jealous. One day I hope to be the biggest Man United fan. And you've got a green tick. I don't even know what platform that's for, but well done. I'm sure you've earned it. Yeah, we're gonna wait for a couple more people in the building, if that even happens, because we've been away from the channel for quite a long time. Bit of a hiatus, let's say, on the channel. Upgrading the gear. Going to be a studio coming very soon. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, everything will be moved about, and everything will be perfect. Get out a bit more content, not just the watch-alongs, do after match games and stuff. And also, obviously, I'll still be there in the background for the KG show, which will be tonight. 5 Things Deep with myself after the game. We could probably lose 48-0, and it won't really make a difference. We're seeing highlights here of the QPR match. That's one to be forgotten. There's the biggest Man United fan back in the building again. 21 and 22 incoming. I wish I had that energy. Hold on, it's boiling. Yeah, the Northern Ireland's just, roasting hot as always. Hold on, let me see. There we are. So how do you sound, folks? Completely new setup. Same microphone, but a new little part of the surprise, I suppose. But how do we sound? Everything's good. Can't do much about the visuals. I've just got an ugly face. Not much I can do about that. Can you hear me okay? Is everything working fine? Yes? No? Oui? No? Maybe? Hold on, let me check it. Because the levels aren't jumping there. Oh, they are. You should be able to hear me all right. Bradley, you are one gorgeous man. You're the most beautiful man I've ever heard in my life. Bradception. Yeah, no, everything seems to be working. It's funny how it always works when Mark isn't here. And when he is here, it seems to get worse. Saying nothing. But there's a little surprise for the guys. I don't actually know whether I should release the surprise. Hold on, I need to fix this because I'm moving a bit mad. I'm sure the audio's going a bit weird. How does that sound? Is that a bit better? Yeah, there's going to be a surprise. I don't know whether I'm going to release it during this watch along, but it will definitely be released in the 5 Things Deep, which is coming at 10:10 or thereabouts. The biggest Man United fan with the tick says Sancho is going to wear the number 25 FFS. Have you got a bit of background news on that? Was that confirmed? We see the teams lining up there. Man United are playing a team of ghosts, it seems. There's nobody there. And we're being shown the lineup. So we've got Tom Heaton in nets. start as you mean to go on. That'll be the lineup for the rest of the season. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Twanzebe, Ted Menge, Brandon Williams, Pereira, the pre-season Pirlo, and Matic. Oh, it's too slow. It's away. Hold on. Pereira, Matic, Mata, Greenwood, Lingard, Alanga. Yeah, it's not a great team, really, is it? If it was like if you mad like if you seen this team, say we were playing, say this was December, and we were playing Brentford, and they had no points whatsoever, and we were 12 points ahead at the top of the table. This is the team we'd see, and nobody would be watching. But because it's pre-season, because we haven't seen any football, any Man United football, really, apart from the other two pre-season ones, but this is a bit more serious. The only reason why there's any sort of interest in the game. And Tony, I think he's going to score tonight. And then across from him, the man you manage. Absolute hat-trick incoming. Wait for that. And it wouldn't be United Fan TV if there wasn't something to eat during it. But it's just the way it is. When you're an old man with a career, a wife and kids, you got to do stuff on the move. I think I might not be able to get away with it now because the setup, it might be too noisy. The biggest Man United fan again. I don't know. Thanks for coming here. If you were being awarded that and you're just coming to this little poxy channel, I'm honoured. I'm honoured. Says check out the Man United Instagram. So we will. We're about to kick off, and we have. Let me see Man United. I'm gonna have to type it in because I don't follow them. You wanna know why I don't follow them? Because Glazer's out. That's why. Oh, you mean for the lineup? Yeah, no. We already went through that. On the subs bench, we've got Grant and Kovar, so we've got two goalkeepers. Dalot, Fish, Ethan Galbraith, from literally, he grew up about 6 minutes walk from here. You could drive 2 minutes to here. Grew up down the street from my old house. So fair play to him. Well done, big son. Big up Northern Ireland. Jimmy Garner, back. I wonder, is he going to go again? I think he might be good as a squad option. Get rid of some of the old cables, the old cabbages that we have. Hannibal Magesbury, very promising looking. Dan James, jury's out. The jury is out on Danny. Dylan Levitt, a full international, doesn't get any time with this. We'll see how it goes with him. Palestri, the forgotten man, Diallo, getting all the headlines, although not in the squad today. Who's that? Van Debek? Van Diebeek? Van Diebeek? I don't know who that is. Van Diebeek? Donny Van Diebeek? Not sure who that is. Maybe he'll get his debut tonight. Hugo, absolute wonder kid. We'll be seeing a lot of him. He's like a Greenwood. He's another Greenwood coming. And then Shoratiri, another one as well. Very promising. So, yeah, thanks. The biggest Man United fan ever in the whole entire world. Thanks for shouting that out. And then there's the main man, Santiago, is in the building. Santiago Bradley's back. He missed me. Santiago. There's surprises coming. And I'm sure you'll be there tonight for the LKG show. There's surprises coming. Well, it's mainly one big surprise, and I probably will spoil it during this. And again, it wouldn't be United Fan TV if I wasn't eating during it. Especially when I don't have my co-host here. even though he's bloody useless. Whew. Shout out KG, by the way, preparing for his brother's wedding. So you won't see him tonight. But good luck to him. He's got a big speech, so he's writing that. He's feeling the pressure. If you're a comedian and you've got to write a speech for your brother's wedding, I'm sure there's tons more pressure than there normally is on somebody like that. So I'm glad I'm not in his position. Imagine that. Like, really, you're a full-scale comedian and you've got to do a best man speech. That's got to be pressure. There's more pressure on him tonight to write and learn and recite the best man speech for his brother as a comedian tonight than any player on this pitch. Fight me, bro. I really want to spoil this surprise. I really need to spoil this surprise. If Rich is in the building, he knows what I'm talking about. There's a surprise coming, folks. It's probably more interesting than the football's going to be. And I'm struggling not to spoil it. And I probably will. There's an absolute pagan in the building, folks. If you see something called Vibes FC in the chat, just don't even read it. Don't bother. Pagan. I don't even know what a pagan is, but I know he's one of them. He says, "Can't believe you're watching Andres Pereira play football." Yeah. Are you not watching it, Vibes? No? Just watching me watch it? I can't believe you're watching me watch Andres Pereira play football. So, who's really the loser here? But yeah, appreciate you. Even though you're a pagan. Put in the chat what that means, because I genuinely don't. I put it on the Flex Reddit out on United View. I said, if you don't like the video, you're a smelly pagan. And he started reading it out and he was like, oh. So let me know what that actually means. I just thought it was like a, silly Billy, as they would say where I'm from. Vibes, let me know. I know you're going to let me know. And I ain't got no chicken wings. So the first 5 minutes, not much action at all. We've got Brentford playing it across the back, just no pace and pressure up top, which you've got to expect with the lineup that we've got going out. Brentford, they're kind of like what did you call that team? What was that TV program years back? Brentford. That's it. Brentford. The Brentford Rejects. That's what we're watching. We're watching the United Rejects versus Brentford Rejects. What has Donny van der Beek actually got to do to get on the pitch? He's got to do his officiating licenses, become a referee to get any chance to get on this pitch. Oh, lovely football there. Mata dinks it into the back post. Comes to nothing. Bit of action there, folks. Brentford Rejects, or we're all over them. Brentford Rejects. I've got a... There's a big surprise. And I'm just itching to spoil it. It will be spoiled by the end of the night. And folks, if you're in here watching, actually, whoa. Bradception again. There should be the link to the KG show tonight, which will air after this. Let me see. There isn't. I need to fix that. So the KG 5 things deep after this game, which I would reckon I haven't written my 5 things yet, but most of them are going to be about Sancho and Varane. Nobody cares about this game. Let's be honest. Even I haven't even watched it. I'm doing a watch along, and I'm just not watching. Let me see. Hold on now. But yeah, I'm in the background. Amuse yourselves, folks. Anyway, where's Patsy to discuss the audio quality? Because we always need him just to confirm everything's is working well. Hold on, let me put this into the chat. Put it in the chat. The KG show tonight. Not in the chat, into the description. There we are. Description is updated. There's the link to KG's channel. Go on there for tonight. The 5 things deep. After the show, after the match, where we will talk probably about 4% about the actual match because it's highly boring. Mostly it will be Sanchez. Ooh. Better not speak like that later. It'll mostly be Sancho and Varane news and chat and buzzing unless we get beat 6-0 here, which could be possible. Mengi had a mare last game. And possible again tonight. We don't really have that breakaway pace, although now that I've just said that, there's Jesse Lingard there. Rolling back the years, turned himself back to Messi Lingard, even though he is 18. Ha ha ha, very funny. There's Greenwood, the future. Cuts into his left. Very readable. Yep, so in the description, KG channel, just go on there and it'll be on tonight. The big... Hold on, let me read the chat. If the surprise in the new chicken wing recipe, I'll be upset. Santiago, I'll say it now, and I hope you believe me. It's 10 times better than a new chicken wing recipe. Although I do actually have a new chicken wing recipe. It's been updated, but I haven't had time. I'm eating microwave bloody Thai chicken, Thai red curry. Ugh. Eagle-eyed football in the building. Let's go. Bradley is back. I was just about to spoil the surprise. Rich, do you know what the surprise is? If you're still watching, I haven't spoiled it yet. I know you know what the surprise is. I probably will spoil it before the KG show. Just putting it out there, I probably will spoil it. But hopefully everybody's happy about that. Rich Eagle-Eye, aka Eagle-Eye Football, also says preseason Pirlo is back in midfield for you. Yep, Pereira, the best preseason player in history. If you don't agree with me, then I'll fight you in the street. There it is, 1-0. 1-0. Who's that, Shoratiri? The back post? Alanga. That boy has been in the gym. It was a good crosser. Too busy reading the chat there. I think it was Wan-Bissaka, was it? Let me see. Yes, it was Wan-Bissaka. Crosses it in. It's a very good cross too. Slightly behind Alanga, but he digs it out well. That was a phenomenal finish. Alanga's putting himself in the running for not to be brought out on loan. That was a great finish. A great finish. We're going to win the league, folks. Hit the like button. We're going to win the league. Even though Ollie out. So, Alanga, the Swedish maestro, rudely interrupted me there. The preseason Pirlo's back in midfield. Yes, Pereira. No, actually, I already addressed that. Cyber Vortex, new person to the channel, new chap to the channel, you might be a lady. Who do you think Manchester United need for a midfielder? I want number one. No questions asked. I'll give it. I'll put my own tenor into it. I want Ndidi. Ndidi. Give me Ndidi. Put Bruno in front of him. Pogba, whether he stays or not, play him. And if we're not playing him, then it'll be a rotation of Fred, McTominay, whatever. But Ndidi with Bruno in front, and then whoever the third one is, with that back line and that attack, pretty about the manager, but anyway. Let me see. No, don't say anything, says the like. Rich, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It depends. Depends if Pereira scores an overhead bicycle kick. I'm going to spoil it. I'm going to spoil it. Charlie Austin said, Aaron Wan-Bissaka can't defend. But you've got to remember, one thing that's very important to remember is Charlie Austin is an absolute pudding. So there's that. Don't believe anything. Smash the like button. You're right, Rich. And also, smash the like button. And after you smashed it, open a new tab, go to Eagle Eyed Football, and subscribe there too. The main guy, the brother from another mother, as they say. The biggest Man United fan says, would you add mods? I would, yeah. We have actually got a couple of mods. Rich, you are a mod, aren't you? Let me check that out. Oh, no, Rich, your old account was modded. Right, hold on. Let me sort that out. Rich, of course, modder. Vibes, even though we were a pagan. Modder. Santiago. Modder. Always here. And the biggest Man United fan. It's time to mod you up. You're always there, always supporting. I haven't seen you before. Have you been on the KG show? Have you been on one of the lines under the StreamYard? Come on tonight. Just be me. Just come on. But let me mod you up here. It was a good shout too. That's why you're getting the mod, because a couple of people haven't been modded yet. We've been away from the channel for a while, so there we go. We've got plenty of mods now, even though everyone's awfully respectful in here. This is the problem I have. Too much reading the chat and talking nonsense and eating chicken wings. I don't actually watch the football. Oh, that looked like a dive. Is that Greenwood? Must have been clipped. He doesn't dive too much. See, that's the thing with Greenwood. You know, that's a sign that he's a very, very good footballer. He doesn't really dive that much. He trusts his ability to stick it in the net. You know, let me see. Did he dive? He might have dived. Oh, Rich, if you give me the go ahead, I'm going to ruin the surprise. Because let me say it now. The surprise will be going out at about 10:10, shortly after the KG show. Most of the people that are going to be there aren't here. This is only a little teeny weeny coconut bikini channel. You know, it'll be a special, unique group of people that have seen the surprise nice and early. So they feel that emotional. There's the preseason Perlo there into the wall. Let me see. Rich, come on, give me the go ahead. It's just improve the overall quality of the show, and anybody that's here will remember this occasion as the occasion that the surprise was released. I'm building it up too much. People will be like, "What? That was it." Anyway, back to the chats. Biggest Man United fan. Would you add the mods? Yes. Sorted it out. The biggest Man United fan. Santiago talking to Rich. I logged into Twitter this morning to see that, followed by someone asking if Varane speaks English, and that was enough Twitter for today. If anybody's seen the United View with Flex and KG, the last show that they did, right at the start, it was missed. Nobody really talked about it, but it was one of the funniest things I've seen in a very long time. They did the whole hey, talking about that thing, and Flex was like, the sad thing is Varane can speak perfectly good English. So the whole hey thing was all you need is a defender. Like he doesn't even really need to speak English. All you need is somebody with leadership, and all they need to do is go hey. So Flex was like, I heard that Varane speaks perfectly good English, and KG was like, well, that's disappointing. As in, I don't want Varane anymore because he can speak English. Very funny, underrated. I haven't sold it very well, but anyway, go and check it out. United View. That's where it's at right now. Mhm. That's going crazy. It's these like 50K subs in a couple of weeks. Crazy, but great content. KG and Flex is. I'm not going to diss other channels, but KG and Flex together is just make of that what you want. Biggest man, yeah. If I start the time, see that's why you're a mod. Yeah, that's gonna if you've seen last season, yeah, it's a bit of a theme. What are we on? 19. Oh, 7. Start. And also do that. Thanks, biggest Man United fan. And do you know what you are? Oh, there's one each. I'm gonna ban you from the channel. I missed the equaliser there. What happened? Somehow Lindelof's going to get the blame for this. It is crossed in. Matic with a poor clearance. Oh, what a finish! Whoo! Sign him up. Fergie, sign him up. Sign him up. What a finish. Still Lindelof's fault. Should have closed him down, even though he's not playing. He's like football. Says, nope, save it for later. Did you not hear my emotional outburst? The biggest Man United fan. You need to change your name, biggest Man United fan. Needs to be. Oh, that's a free kick, surely. Yeah, thanks, Shirley. You should change your name to the biggest United fan TV fan. Support these three people: United Fan TV, KG the comedian, and Eagle Eyed Football. 100%. And the United View. The United View is where it's at. If you haven't watched, wait till after this and after Red Wednesday tonight / 5 Things Deep after this game. Go and watch yesterday's United View with KG and Flex. Hilarious. Even if you don't like football, it's hilarious. Here we go. It's crossed in. Mala dinks it to the back post. Well cleared. Struck by Greenwood at the edge of the box and bobbles up in the air. There you are. Biggest, yeah, make it for United View. 100%. United View, it's so good. You can unsubscribe from any other football channel. And haven't been sponsored to say this. Flex. Sponsors welcome. Santiago, to be fair, we saw that with Cavani not speaking a lick of English. Yeah. And then, hey! I see where you're going there with that, Santiago. One each. I need to start making notes. This is my problem. When I'm covering for KG for the show, I tend to not make notes and then have to start talking gobbledygook, making things up, and talking about how much I love Lindelof. Eli says, yeah, talking about that pagan vibes. Rich, let me know in the chat. I asked Vibes, he must have dipped out because he's a bit of a pagan. Let me know in the chat what pagan means, because I thought it was like, like silly sausage. And then I'd commented on the net review, if you hadn't liked on the video, you're a smelly pagan. And Flex just like, well, don't say that. So let me know if that's, yeah. I'm old and Irish, so don't really understand. I assume it just means you're an op. All right. There's no other descriptions involved. But yeah, folks, 5 things deep tonight. If you want to help contribute to the 5 things, put it in the chat. You might get included on the 5 things deep. And the surprise, I cannot believe I haven't spoiled the surprise yet. Rich, you should be proud of me. And also, Rich, I think we should spoil it. Anybody that's here and gets to see the surprise firsthand for the first time ever, they deserve it. They deserve it. And it also gives me a bit of practice. You know what I mean? I also really, really need the toilet. This is where it's handy when you have a co-host. Hamza's in the building. He's part of the gang, which I won't say here. But yeah. Call in tonight, Hamza. You can back me up on my nonsense. Hashtag Lindelof over Varane. I can't even say that. I can't even be serious saying that. No, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm in the bin now. If Varane is confirmed, I'm straight in the bin. Oh, Varane and Lindelof. I can't. Maguire scored that penalty. If Maguire didn't score that penalty, then there's a chance of a slight conversation. But it was one of the best penalties there's ever been in history. So he's the best player in the world now. Okay, so Rich has put a bit of clarity into the pagan comment. Look at this hair. My hair's a pagan. You know that? I'm sweaty and warm. It's all moist and humid in Northern Ireland. It's never happened. So a pagan is quite broad. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like a specific thing. That's why I was happy enough to say it. Like, I wasn't saying, you're a smelly Ardoiner. And if you know what that means, then you live down the road from me. It means you're an opposition, an op. I said that. Yeah. Enemy of progress. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. An enemy of progress. I've never seen that written before, but that cool. A complete tool. Mm-hmm. Hamza and the like. Oh, shots fired. Shots fired. We need to have that. We need to have that disagreement tonight, you two. And I, don't let me know, but you might be able to just like do a bit of pre-prep and sort out a bit of beef for the call-in tonight. But it can't be contrived. It has to be real. And then Hamza says, "LOL, rich man." Yeah, I'm very rich. Emotionally and spiritually. I know what you mean. You're talking to rich eagle-eyed football, but yeah. So there is a football game going on. And that's all I can say about the football. Oh, haven't changed the score. Nobody even mentioned it there. Did it myself. Mods, these are all going to get sacked. Who was it scored for Brentford rejects? Can we make that a thing? Brentford rejects? Is that good? Or is it just because I said it? Rich, let me know. Brentford rejects, that going to stick? These are going to be your competition for the season, I imagine. Brentford rejects. Right, you got to spoil it. I've got to use it. Oh, oof. That Williams at the back post? It was. Williams and Pereira, very similar looking at a distance. And that was a Pereira type shot as well. Little twist on the old. No, no, nonsense there. I was going to say it was a little twist on the old short goal kick there, but the other centre back came into picture. I wonder how long it's going to be till that becomes not a thing. What is the tactical solution for this? Playing it out the back. There's two glaring differences. There's the rush out and do the old gig and press, the high pressure, try and make them make a mistake, or there's the drop deep and tackle it when it comes closer to you. Neither of them seem to work particularly well. That's why it's becoming so popular. Is it going to be where you nominate a player, probably the striker or a quick number 10, to just constantly be harassing the goalkeeper? As soon as the ball goes out, you've got somebody there ready to pounce on it. But then that will weaken you defensively. So be interesting to see. Put a Schiff FC, says the biggest Man United fan. Who's that? Us or Brentford reject? There's Matic. Fired it into Mata. Greenwood. His touch lets him down, which isn't like him. But that's what these games are for. Get him warmed up. Clip it up here, folks. Clip it up here now. Greenwood is going to have a phenomenal season. I think he's going to put up better numbers than Sancho. And that's not to say Sancho's going to have a bad season. I just think Greenwood's going to be outstanding. I think Martial's going to be in and out. His injury problems are the worst thing about him. He's great talent. He reminds me a lot of Pogba. Injury prone, bit inconsistent, but on his best, he's phenomenal. Greenwood seems to be more talented, but certainly more consistent, less injury prone. He's had a good break there over the summer. I think he's going to hit the ground running. So my money, Greenwood's going to have a big season. Martial not so much. I think Sancho, even though he's been in the sort of not really in the Premier League, but he's been in that sort of aura. Obviously, being at City, he knows what the Premier League's about, what's expected of him. I think he might take a bit more time to settle in than people think. There's a big difference in playing for Dortmund in the Bundesliga than there is to play for United here in the Premier League. I hope I'm wrong, but I do think it'll take him a bit of time to settle in. And Ollie obviously has form for spending, letting people bet in, taking his time with players. So I think Sancho just may, take more time than most people are expecting from the bet in. And I think Greenwood, this is his season. He's really going to burst out. Looks like he's having a good preseason. He's getting rightly warmed up. Nothing really contentious last year, obviously, with the Foden mishap. But Ollie seems to have managed it well. And hopefully he comes into this season on form. So, Mason, you're definitely not watching this. But if you are, my money's on you, big mucker. Anybody want to bet me that Greenwood has more goal assists and goals this season? Fiver. Flim, as they say in Northern Ireland. Santiago Pogba's Instagram story 4 minutes ago. Well, we've got to check that out. Santiago spends a lot of his time on Instagram. Need to maybe, take a wee break. No, let's see. You've intrigued me. He must be talking about how good Lindelof is. Let me see. What does he say? I don't really know how to work Instagram. Is it the last thing on the 3 minutes ago? It doesn't matter if it's rain or sweat. We've got work to do. Is that the one, Santiago? It doesn't matter if it's rain or sweat. We got work to do 3 minutes ago. I'm missing. Is there a meaning to that? Oh, the profile picture. Yeah, I'm such an old man. Forgive me, folks. I'm an old man. He did do an update on the posts. I do have Instagram, but I'm just an old man. I don't even have Twitter. Just I don't need that negativity in my life, to be honest. But I will probably get it soon. Oh, oh, 7 minutes ago. Well, yeah, okay. Put a wee smile on my face. Yeah, yeah. Well, we all knew that was going to happen. Does that mean, is that confirmation that he stays? And if he does stay, are we actually all that happy about it? Saying nothing. I do have my own opinions, but we may or may not go through them after this game. Fair play, Santiago. Me and man brush the best beard in the business. Says you and me both, Brad. Is that beardiness? Is it oldness? Is it not having Twitterness? What is it? Is it the Pogba feeling? Is it the Lindelof love? Let me know. Santiago's the spoiler alert. It's Pogba FaceTime and Lindelof. That's what I was laughing at. Brush, yeah. Don't do the whole pseudo. Yeah, social media. It's tough. It's hard work. It's hard work. There's too much. There's too many bad actors on it. It's fair enough if it's an opinion I don't agree with. That's fair enough. Absolutely fine. I don't care if your true opinion, unless it's something vile, which a lot of time it is. I don't care if it's your true opinion, but see the bad actors, the trolls that are just trying to get reactions out of people and to say the worst stuff in the world. Okay, it's not legal or whatever, but just get out of here. Brush all about beardy oldness. Yep, they change the name of the channel. The beardy oldness, folks. I know by the viewing numbers, and yeah, and the activity in the chat that most of the people that are watching are live in the chat. I have to go and do dad type stuff. No matter how much you prepare, dad stuff can just come out of nowhere. I also need to wee because it's about to come out of my eyeballs. So I'm going to have to run. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Entertain yourselves. Don't leave. Use this time to talk about Brush's beard and subscribe to Eagle Eye Football's channel. Have a poll, right? Chat in the chat there. I think that Greenwood will have statistically more goals. Actually, I was going to say more goals and assists, but I think Sancho will have more assists. I think Greenwood will have more goals than Sancho this season, and that sounds less exciting. That's just a lot of people probably think that. I was going to say more goals and assists, but Sancho is an assist machine. Rich, I see your WhatsApp there, but I'm not on StreamYard. Hmm. Let me think. Sort something here. Davy Fisher Green will have more goals in all competitions, but not in the Prem. It's a fair point. I think all competitions. That's what'll make it a bit more exciting, more interesting. Yeah, I think it'll be all competitions. Greenwood more goals. Sancho will definitely have more assists. He's an assist machine. Don Chaperone. I'll go a wee bit quiet here. I'm trying to sort something out here so that. Oh, there's me and there's me again. Oh, there's a way of doing this. If anybody's any good at OBS, get in contact. Let me know. I know sort of how it's going. The ball's bobbling about here. Get rid of it. Blocked. Pre-season Pereira there. Mops it up well. Mason Goldwood. Why has nobody called him Goldwood before? Let me see. There's like a studio mode, isn't there? Studio mode. Hey, mode. Oh, that's a wee sneaky one. Yeah. How to learn OBS while doing a watchalong at the same time. And yes, that's what we do. We do that. We do this. We do that one. I forgot it. Rich, I forgot how to do this, We practiced this like a month ago. Oh, I have an idea, Rich. If you're still here, what am I going to do? Rich, if you're there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a StreamYard, like a wee separate one. And then I'm going to send you the link. And then what I'm going to wait to see. Oh, I'm genius. And then I've got to go and do dad type stuff. If only I had a co-host live in the building, Mark. On the break here. Lingard. Should have done better. Right, I've sent you the link for the StreamYard, and then what I'm going to do. That's just a genius. Sorry, folks. The things you got to do when you're dadding stuff up. This is so exciting. I'm sure I've lost my viewers. Yeah, we're still in the building, folks. Amuse yourselves there. Hey Jude. Why am I singing Hey Jude? Rich, I've sent you the link. Richie boy. No. Stop it. Silly man. United looking the better of the two teams at the minute. Let's address the chat. The beardy oldness. Cracker. There he is. Hold on. We'll come back to the chat in a second. There we are. Right, now. Richie Poo. Don't say nothing. Hold on. Because, well, no, you can. The folks will hear you, I think. Say something, Rich.
I'm just sorting these headphones.
People can hear Rich in the background. Santiago. Brusho. biggest Man United fan. No. Right, so Rich, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you. But it's great. You've got the 5 things deep there. And then what I'm going to do, this might not work. Might not work because I'm an amateur at always. Let me see. Hold on. There we go. Hold on. Hold on. We're getting there, folks. We're getting. You won't have the whole, the scoreline and stuff, but it'll be all right. Be all right. Now, how did I do this? There. Now what's happened? There we are. Main man Rich.
Oh yeah, I'm on your thing.
Yeah, there he is. Folks, can you hear him?
I think there's a bit of a delay though.
Yeah, but it's all right. I'll bounce on here. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Rich, address the people.
Yeah, good evening, good evening. How are we doing? What's your thoughts on the game so far, actually? Yeah, you can probably hear my little one in the background. Yeah, what's your thoughts on the game so far? I believe it's still 1-1. Right, I'm going to turn my mic volume down because she's very loud. Hopefully that's worked out, but it looks really. No, that sounds really low actually. Hold on a second. Okay, is this any better? Yeah, that's better. That's better. So what I'm trying to do is eliminate the background noise, but okay. Question for those in the comment section. Which youngsters do you think will break through into the first team? And whilst you're typing it up, I'm going to shut the door. 1 second. Yeah, for those who have kids or plan to have kids, this is part of the process. So yeah, we're at the weaning stage with her, where she's trying to. We were trying to get her to learn how to sleep on her own. So yeah, short-term pain for long-term gain. Absolutely, we definitely have to get used to it. It's all part of fatherhood. Santiago says Elanga really sharp. Vibes. All my kids are going in a sock. Guess you're not looking for kids anytime soon. Vibes. Now, to be fair, I love my girls. Davey Fisher says, Ollie don't develop youth players the way Van Gaal would. You know what? Elaborate on that, Davey Fisher. Yeah, love the shout out from biggest Man United fan for the wife, my crying daughter. To be fair, my 4-year-old's really good at sleeping. She's already asleep. All right, so by the looks of it, from my earlier question, is it only Elanga that might break through? Or are there any other youth players that might?
Hey, I'm back. See what I've done? Magic. See? Are we delayed or what? What's going on? Can you hear me okay?
But Brad, I'm on a mad delay though. Yeah, I can hear you, but I'm on a mad delay.
Okay, hold on. Now, how long does it take you from you seeing this to you hearing it? That has not happened yet.
See, I can hear everything you do exactly as you do it, but then I start replying to you.
It seems fine. Seems fine. Just have a chat. How are you? How's your day been?
Or maybe it's just the feedback. Maybe it's the feedback to me then. It's so weird. Like I say it and then I can hear myself saying it again.
Yeah, that sounds like a you problem, Rich. Is it? Can you? Am
Yeah, I might
I?
as well dip.
Is my mouth going and you can't hear anything? Can you not hear me at all?
No, your mouth is going and I can hear you spot on. I'm just quite annoyed that I can then hear I can hear you perfectly.
So what's wrong on your end?
That I will say what I'm saying and then I hear it 5 seconds later.
Oh, have you got the YouTube link open in another tab?
Yeah. Because at the moment on the StreamYard one, I could just see.
Yeah, you need to mute everything else. Only have it on once. This is what happens when you're
Right, so I've muted.
biggest Man United fan says it's buffering.
See, I've muted the YouTube one, and now I can't hear you.
Yeah, this is like an offline, non-live sort of situation, isn't it? Hold on, let me hear. Let me see what it's like on the actual.
Now, bro, this is mad annoying. I actually.
It's all on your end. Like the actual the YouTube is fine. But Rich, I'll let you go on. Go dad things up.
When I mute the YouTube, yeah, when I mute the YouTube, I can't hear you.
There's something going on your end where you're repeating. But go and do dad things up. Be ready for the 5 things deep. And get out of here, man, as Hamza says.
Yeah, I'll definitely be on that.
Am I allowed to spoil it before the end of the full time?
This is it. I'm gonna go. Listen, big up to everyone else. Make sure you continue to.
Thanks, Rich.
No, don't spoil it. Everyone else continue to stay.
Right, the first time is just about to kick off for
later.
Rich, so he's going to come out. We don't want to spoil the 2 goals that are scored. Be a man, Rich. Now, hold on. This is this is the problem, right? And other people don't seem to have this. I think I might need to re-download OBS, because anytime I change the scenes, oh, that's the wrong one. Anytime I change the scenes, the camera stops working, and I don't think that happens for other people. I think they can switch between scenes and the camera stays where they've set up the scene. But for me, every time you switch one, you've got to reset everything up, and it's rather annoying, you know. But big shout out to my man Rich for holding down the fort there. Oh, that's annoying. There we go. Yeah, for holding down the fort. Losing me all the viewers. Only joking. No, thanks very much, Rich. People go over and check out his channel. Hold on, let me see if I can send you the link. Go over, check out the channel if you like listening to chat about, 15th, 16th place teams like Crystal Palace. That's the place to go to. He also has some great guests. He's very active, to be fair to him. Let me see where it is. I really shouldn't be spending this time doing this because I've been away for so long, but and I don't even know if the dad situation has been sorted, but sure. Rich, what's your channel ID? Rich, put your you probably won't be able to. Rich, put your link in the comments. Yep, Santiago there, holding down the fort, 100%. Big ups to Rich, and he'll be on tonight. KG show, the 5 things deep, which will be very little to do with this football game, because it means very little. They're showing this Brentford rejects goal. Phenomenal finish from outside the box. Always looks better if it goes in off the underside of the bar. Just drops to him. Outside of the left foot. Underside of the bar. Tom Hicken should do better. Get him sold. That's what I think. Nothing like cold dinner. Folks, there's the link in the chat. Go over and subscribe. Me and man. Always helping out. Always there in the background. Great guy. Now, let me look at the chats that I may or may not have missed. First one I see there was Vibes talking to Madness. Hold on now. Hold on. There's a lot of chat I missed. So the last one I seen, Varane winning player of the season. Very difficult for a centre back to win that. I wonder should I save this opinion now and just not put it on the KG show later. I'm very, very happy about the Varane signing. The thing that's concerning me is his best attribute is not just his pace, but his pace combined with his positional awareness and seeing the danger. Sort of, it's why he's such a good fit to play with Maguire, because he covers round the back, he sniffs out the danger. But that is heavily reliant on pace. And is he going to be able to adapt his game when he starts losing the pace? He's 28 now, coming 29 in his prime. But you've seen it with Michael Owen. As soon as the pace went, everything else went. He lost the edge that made him so good. And I'm cautious. I'm very, very happy about it, and it's a bargain. I'm just cautious that the thing that makes him such a good fit for Harry Maguire, how long is that going to last? And then we're stuck with two of very similar type players. Let me know. Am I just being a bit negative? I'm 100% behind the signing, by the way, before you shoot me. 100% behind it. It's the right thing to do. It's a phenomenal buy. It's probably the best thing that Don Cabbage Woodward has done. And how much is that to do with Murtaugh and Fletcher coming in and stuff? But there's just that, I've got that niggling feeling in the background. It's heavily reliant on the pace, getting back and covering for people's mistakes, being smart, the Wan-Bissaka slag tackle. It relies a lot on athleticism, and if that goes, is he going to be able to adapt? You would imagine so, with the trophies that he's got, the success, how good he is of a player just in general. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm a bit hesitant. But it's a great signing, and for this season, it'll be no problem at all. This season, next season, maybe the season after, but a 5-year contract with an additional 6. Let's hope he stays at this level for all of them, and then it's sign of the century. Let's go back to the comments. There was a lot of comments. Whoa. People like talking to Rich more than like talking to me. Maybe nobody has said anything about it, but those retro socks bring the kit to another level. I don't know how. I actually hadn't really noticed the socks. Don't know if I'm a fan. I don't know. And I also don't know if I'm a fan of the actual kit. I think it's going to be a grower. It's definitely not a shower. I think it's going to be a grower. I keep losing my place here. We can hear you, Rich. Yep. Little one at the back. I'm on your thing, says Vibes with the eyes. Bit of a sus comment there from Vibes. He says Pogba out. I don't think that's as crazy as it sounds. I think a lot of people will be feeling that. Sounding like flex, Rich. People coming for you there. Alanga looks sharp, Santiago. Yep. Said it with that goal. Very well taken. Doesn't look like a pre-season finish, like, you know what I mean, like a youngster pre-season finish. Although, are the youngsters at the level that they're going to be for the rest of the season? You know, their cap is lower than, you know, the sort of the top range. So do they get up to that quicker, or have they been playing similar type level quality of games for the last couple of weeks, months, and therefore they're at, you know, their proper level already, and making the senior players look behind the pace? It's possible. It's possible. Five says all my kids are going in a sock. It's either you don't have any kids or you've got a very large sock somewhere. I know what you actually mean there, but I'm not saying it on this channel. Davy Fisher, non-Ollie don't develop youth players the way a Van Gaal would. I think Van Gaal gets undue praise mainly because of the Rashford thing. People may forget how many injuries it really took for Rashford to come in, and it was mainly Rashford. I don't think Van Gaal wasn't particularly youth oriented, was he? Probably more than most, to be fair. Definitely more than Mourinho. On Fibber used McTominay. He was like, oh, right, he's big. He fits me. He's young. I'll use him. Get two birds stoned at once. I'll use him for my youth, and then I'll use him as a big 6'4" dominator. Let's see what else we've got going on here. Big up the Eagle Eye family. Hugo would be good too, but I don't see too many players breaking into the team right now with a really big squad. Yeah, I would love to see. I think Alanga has really staked a place in the squad somewhere, maybe even just for the cup games, things like that. But he does look promising, and he's been hitting the weights. Buffering. Van Gaal gave 15 debuts in his time here. Was just starting to build something, and we sacked him. As for Ollie, it's a myth he develops youth players. Yeah. You just put me in the bin there. I think a couple of them, a good amount of them were forced on him. But yeah, to be fair, there was something. You had Varela and stuff like that. It never really worked out. I do think that the second of them was quite harsh. Literally, won the FA Cup and then next day, see you later, mucker. I think since his second, managers have got away with worse. Lingard with a shot there. Swerved. Keeper did well to get a hold of it. Pereira. Oh my God! Oh my God. Pre-season Pereira with goal of the season. What was that? It was actually goal of the season. Pereira on the volley from outside the box and off the underside of the bar. What a finish. Here we go again. Lingard out on the left wing. Takes a shot. Keeper parries it away. Headed away from the defender. What a goal. 30 yards out. Defender headers it away. Just tries to get it away. Pereira on the volley. Side on. Top corner. And off the underside of the bar. What a goal. Oh my. That's one of the best goals you'll see all year. What a goal. Fair play, Pereira. Fair play to you. Pre-season Pereira strikes again. Putting many people in the bin with that strike. Hold on, let me see what the hold on. Yeah, let's update that. Whoa. I wasn't too much shocked to update the scoreline there. Flip me, what a goal. Let's go to the comments. I was reading the old ones there, but I'm sure there's some new ones after that. Wonder strike. Flip me, what a goal. Someone clipped that and sent it to Lazio, says Brush. Yep. That's the trap that we get into, and I wonder does the coaching team get into it and go, is he actually good and he just maybe hasn't had the best of times? Let's give him another chance this year. Oh, I don't know. What a goal! I'm still in shock. That was a wonder goal. Pre-season Berlo, says Rich. Eagle football, yeah. We all know it. Lingard has been kind of like that for the last couple of years, hasn't he? Did well at West Ham, obviously, but every year he was phenomenal during pre-season and then sort of tailed off. I can't get over that goal. That was phenomenal. Brush with the faces. Yeah, like my face. Doesn't count, still one each. Vibes sock collection. Owen's career nosedive way too early. Yeah, Rich, that's what I was saying. When the pace went, that was his whole game. He couldn't adapt. It's what made Rooney a great. Even though it's a bit of a mad thing to talk about him now. What a anyway, forget about that. Off the pitch stuff aside, that's what made Rooney such a great for club and country. He was able to adapt, play all different sorts of positions. Lots of rumours that even at his height, at his prime, when he still had a bit of pace and stuff, he didn't actually want to play up front. He liked playing deeper, and that's why he sort of fitted in that so well when he sort of lost the pace, lost the sort of stamina to be constantly trying to break the line. But Owen didn't have it in him. He relied on the pace. He's a great finisher, obviously, but he couldn't get himself into those positions quick enough. And as you say, nosedived. Although absolute Man United legend for that goal against City. Even though he's an utterly boring human, but sure. Fresh, no more chances. This is all just advertising for a sale. Yes, I hope so. Quite a few players on the pitch feeling that way. I do actually think, and I've heard some strong opinions on Matic saying he get him out, he's gone, he's done. I think he has a role to play, but I think it should be very sparingly used. There, you see him there, reads that well, good interception, isn't reliant on the pace, sort of the mental side of the game. You don't play him against the bigger teams or a team where you need a lot of mobility around the place, but he has a lot of experience, and in certain circumstances, very useful. And I wouldn't mind seeing him, like, say we'll have some injuries. If you could bring him on off the bench, if we're chasing a goal, bring off a centre back, and just play him as like a CDM / centre back, just to pile up the pressure up forward. We don't really have anybody else that can do that. I do like him in the squad, but I don't want to see him play very often. I know in the last game, the QPR game, he didn't last, but again, he hasn't played in a long time. He's not match fit, and even when he is match fit, again, obviously he won't be able to play every minute of every game, but he still has a purpose. And with the centre midfield situation that we have, it's a case of beggars can't really be choosers, especially if Pogba goes. Let me know what you think. A lot of chatting there. I'm trying to read Andreas Redemption Season Part 10. Yeah, it's a fair comment. Davy Fisher, McTominay should be sold, not Matic. That's a bit of a reckless one there. Donny on the bench. Yes, of course he is. Rich. Donny is the bench. There's something going on there. People have talked about it. Tell the guys have come on, but there's definitely something going on there. He hasn't. It's just crazy. Just crazy. There's either Donny did or said something as soon as he came in. Maybe wasn't there rumors about, was it him or his agent? Not long after he came in, was talking, said some madness. Maybe that was like, Ollie was like, nope, get out of here, Rich. I nearly did it. Maybe Donny was like, or Ollie was like, I didn't really even want you in the first place, but now that you've said that, just gives me an excuse. Don't know. Or is it a case of he's literally just giving him a season to bed in, see what happens with Pogba? There's a semi-replacement for him, and we'll get somebody else in as well, but he's a bit, he's not really needed now. But if Pogba goes, he'll be needed, and he's had a year to bed in. Don't know, but that doesn't explain why he's not taking part in this. 57 minutes in to a preseason friendly, we're winning 2-1 up. Donny's on the bench. You got splinters in your ass. What's the comment saying? Comment of the day about McTominay. Rich doesn't like McTominay either. I'm not the world's biggest fan of him, to be fair. If the money's right, I'd sell him. But again, United are not in any position to just sell people from centre mid, because we don't have great quality depth there. And McTominay has a job, but he's not a league. He's not a title winning centre mid. Pogba is. Bruno is. Apart from that, we're struggling. You have to have your auxiliary players. So if you're going to get rid of McTominay, it's only on the proviso that you're getting somebody in that's as good or better than him. But as I said in the first half, get Ndidi in. That's the guy. Ndidi, bring him in. You can get rid of the rest of them as long as he stays fit. Ndidi in, Matic in the background. Keep Jimmy Garner. Garner. Team Viewer is the perfect sponsor for Danny. Yeah, I've seen that one. I've seen that online. Very, very funny. It was when the pictures were all coming out of the new kit, and there's the one that Danny's just standing there like faced up to it, Team Viewer, and people were like, that joke just writes itself, really. Feel sad for him. What is going on there? Somebody must have an insight as to what's actually happened there. Does Ollie have any daughters? Remember the Moyes Zaha situation? Is it something like that? Fizz the cross. Dallo at the back post picks it up. What's he going to do with it? Where's Perlo? Managed there. Lingard clips it out. Cleared. Right, Ollie. Come on, show us you've turned over a new leaf and you're happy enough to make subs. Come on. Show us something. Show us a bit of growth. This is reminding me. Was it Fulham? Was it the Fulham game under Moyes? Was it Fulham? We had like the record attempted crosses, and we ended up drawing. It was like 0-0 or 1 each. It's got that sort of vibes about it this game. Brush says Scott is a squad player, yeah, 100%. Ball drop serve. Nobody really attacked it. Brentford rejects on the counter attack. Davy Fisher, Paddy McNair shouldn't have forced the move to leave our club when Mourinho wanted him to stay. He's far better than McTominay will ever be. Davy, I've got an inclination that you're a fellow Northern Irishman. Is that? I believe that's Geordie Best. Although I don't understand why people say Geordie Best when it's Georgie Best, but if you're from here, you call him Geordie Best. In the oil icon there. He was good. He was all right. I think McTominay's ceiling's probably a bit higher than him, to be fair. But it's a fair comment. Vibe says, I don't want Wilfred and Dudu. What? And Dudu? What's wrong with Ndidi? Vibes? You absolute pagan. Is that just to get a reaction out of me? Ndidi is like, Ndidi's the guy. We need Ndidi. Get Ndidi in. Imagine Ndidi, Pogba, Bruno, Sancho, Greenwood, Rashford, Cavani, Shaw, Maguire, Varane, Wan-Bissaka. That's the linchpin. That's what this squad is missing. And Ndidi, or the whole news about Camavinga, but I think he's like the new hotness. Give me Ndidi. Maybe Neves is obviously not as physically that sort of player, but And Daisy's the guy. And Daisy unlocks this team. I think if you have Ndidi there, Bruno gets back to his best. Somebody that Bruno can just go, right, and Daisy's got this. Like, and Daisy's stats are up there with might even be better. I can't remember now than Wan-Bissaka's in terms of tackling and interceptions. If you have another Aaron Wan-Bissaka who's both footed in the middle in front of the two centre backs, then you can release the other two centre mids or your your number 10. And Daisy's the guy. Trust. Wouldn't mind Saul as well. Here's the Brentford rejects. Back pass there to Tom Heaton. What else is everybody saying there? Vibes just sent me on a full-scale rant there. I don't know what Fergie and Jose saw in him, but I feel McTominay is one you keep on the roster when you need to sub someone on and put in a two-footer. I don't think you ever sub someone on and go, right, go and get sent off there. I wonder did that happen with Gerrard when he landed that one on Herrera. But fair enough, San Diego. Rich, in a preseason friendly, Donny might get 4 minutes. I don't even think he'll get that. I think there's more chance of us seeing Donny just stripping off and streaking across the pitch. You get more minutes that way. Versus there'll be a certain soft spot for players come to the academy, yeah, and there's that, and even if it comes to a negative for the squad, players that are overplayed just for the sake of loyalty. Vibes 81 cross, I think, against Fulham in the yeah. Did they equalise? I thought we not like peppering them for the last 40 minutes or something, and we just could break them down. Could be wrong. My memory's shocking. Hamza still about, said McTominay player of the season. Get out of here. Hashtag where's Hamza? Vibes maybe. Don't know what that means. Indeed, his quality, we'd be lucky to have him. I don't think it's realistic. Yeah. Although, not that long ago, if you said Sancho or Varane were coming, Sancho maybe, yeah, because of last year, but you could even have thought maybe it won't happen. Maybe the money and the drama behind it all, it might not even happen. And then this Varane thing's come out of nowhere. I didn't believe it at all. I thought it was a pipe dream. So maybe. Although Leicester have got plenty of money, they don't need to sell, so we would probably have to break the bank for him. The Camavinga thing's interesting, but does he come in straight away and make the squad better? I don't believe so, and I don't think Ollie would do it. Whether that's right or wrong or not, I don't want to say he doesn't have the guts. I don't think he really would see enough need to take that risk. But we need somebody. In my opinion, we need a destroyer that has a bit of mobility. We need like a big Fred. That's what we need. We need to actually make McFred. Like put them in the, like the fly. You put them into the thing that transport them. You put them in together, and then they turn into one player. They've got the pace, the work rate, and the physicality. That's what we need, and that's kind of what you have in Ndidi. And then if you've got that sort of player, you've got another player in midfield to be creative and to make things happen, not solely rely on Bruno. Some chap says MD says that he misses Lindelof. Fair enough. MD, where you been hiding? I don't know. Brush says Lindelof is still going to be there. I just need him to watch footage of Rojo grabbing the fire extinguisher while he sits on the bench. Guy's just not aggressive enough. And then when we got by, he is the up. He gets stuck into everything, and he's made of biscuits. Yeah, I would sell by. Not because I don't think he's a good player. I just don't think he's fit enough. we're not getting rid of Phil Jones anytime soon. He has no value. You can't sell him. If you want to have one biscuit in the squad, just keep Phil Jones. Let him just sit there until his contract runs out. Sell by while he has a bit of value, but there's no place for him. And then Lindelof will play sort of the Smalling role. Be the third choice, be a good option when you're playing in Europe, when you're playing against a less physical team. Him and Varane, give Maguire a break, or give him and Maguire and give Varane a break. I think it would be a reliable third place, but it's a no-brainer. I can't even pretend to spoof that he gets in front of either of those two. Just doesn't. But that's a fantastic place to be. What else have we got? Darren Bent scored in the 94th minute to make it 2 each. Yeah, my memory gone. I just remember it was crazy free kicks or corners and crosses. Davy Fisher, no bass. I don't think McNair is good enough to start for United, but he's straight ahead of McTominay in every aspect of his game. I genuinely don't think McTominay has one trait better than McNair. I think that's very strong. I can't agree, but I don't know, but McNair, is he as good? I don't think he. I don't think either of them are United first team quality. Let's just put it that way. I think that they have their pros and cons, each of them, but neither of them are good enough. Indeedy, that's one we need. Who scored? Said the biggest Man United fan. Well, if you were the biggest Man United fan, you would know. But Alanga scored very well, taken, was it a half volley or a volley? It was a cross from Wan-Bissaka in the first half. Very well taken into the bottom corner. I actually don't know who scored for the Brentford rejects, but it was a phenomenal finish off the underside of the bar. And then the pre-season Pereira, the prettiest peach of a person on the pitch, Pereira, with potentially goal of the season, even though the season hasn't started yet. Phenomenal, 30 yards out on the volley, hits it sideways on top right hand corner off the underside of the bar. Unbelievable. He did the only thing that he knows how to do in a preseason game. Oh, and there was an open net, and who was that? Skipped it over. Nearly 3. It should have been 3-1 United. Needed a bit of composure there, and I thought it was one of the youngsters, and it was Lingard. So I was both right and wrong. That's such an old joke. Lingard, that was shocking. Haven't seen too much from him tonight, but I need to stop clicking that. You can probably hear that. Clicking a pen. So we're 2-1. What's our full time predictions, folks? The time. Why has nobody mentioned to me that the time's way out? Terrible people. 71. Hammer time. 71. Yeah, there we are. Never shocking diesel. Tiki Taka legend. Who's that, Hamza? Let me know. Let me see. Did I miss any chats? It's all mods up in here. Got some mods in the background not participating. James Strongly. Some new comments, Davy Fisher. When we go into the new season and it goes keywords up, people will use the McFred excuse for Ollie, but people need to understand Ollie isn't stuck with them, he rates them. I think it's a bit of both. I think he does rate them, but what really is his options? Pogba obviously gets on ahead of him, and we know that when Pogba's fit, that he does play Pogba over the other two. We've seen it sort of towards the end of the season. But Pogba's not as fit, not fit enough to be consistently in the team. If he's fit, he plays in any squad in the world. So I think it's, if you rule Pogba out on that, what's their competition? He obviously doesn't rate Donny. Whatever's going on there is mental, but that's not to do with McFred. And then you've got Matic, who is inconsistent again and can't play every game. There's no other really options. I think if we do get one or two midfielders in and he's still playing McFred, then definitely what you're saying is right. But what really is his options apart from that? Interesting to see. Vibes, the Pagan FC is a surprise, a new show on KG's channel. It may or may not be. May or may not be, Vibes. You'll find out very soon. You may or may not be disappointed if you crack the code. So you'll see soon enough. Ollie would rather spend our budget on a right back, even though we've got Dillo. Davey, I appreciate all the comments. Appreciate the interaction. I hope you've subscribed. Hope you hit the like button. But I find myself disagreeing with you a lot. I think it's the same situation with lots of players that go away from the club and do well in other leagues. It's just some players aren't suited for the Premier League. Just that's the way it is. I think again, if we go back to Lindelof, and if you've been here long enough, I love chatting about him. I think if he goes to a different league, he's one of the best centre backs in those leagues. If he goes to La Liga, like if Lindelof went to Barcelona, I think he would do really, really well, better than what he does in the Prem. It's just some players suit that. That's the way it is. Like Dalot has shown himself to shine a bit in the Italian league, but I just don't think he's really good enough. He had plenty of opportunity. He looked phenomenal at the beginning. It was the same with Darmian. Looked very good at the start, and then just sort of he just got figured out very quickly. Like same with Januzaj. If you remember Januzaj, he looked like the next Messi. Did his tricks, worked for a couple of months. People figured him out, and that was it. I think those are the players that you really see that have a future at a top team, where they burst onto the scene and they adapt, and people struggle to do. It was like Rashford. Rashford came on, did his bits, scored on every debut possible, and just kept it going. Just worked hard, built himself up, and now he's a nightmare. People are slabbing about Rashford, but his numbers were pretty good. Didn't have the best season ever, but they were still good in a team that was struggling for goals. And anybody you hear interviews about player defenders against Rashford, they're always sort of frightened of him. The pace that he has, he's got great skills. He can beat anybody. And let's not forget he's been played injured for God knows how long. It's that type of thing where, all right, you look good at the start. Can you continue that once you've been figured out? That's why you've got so many one-season wonders. So let's hope we don't have too many of them in the squad. I think Dalot, I don't think he even got to one-season wonderage. Just think he's not good enough. Although It's sad to say because I really did like him. I rated him at the start. Let me see. I've just rambled there for about 5 minutes. What's everybody saying? Hold on. Brentford rejects are in behind, and it's a goal. What a great finish! Great finish. And this is a team that can't even afford to put the names on the back. Ollie out, am I right? Let me see what else is being said. Hold on there. Who was that? Was that Fish he got past? No, it was Dello. Twanzebe doesn't close down too well. It was a great finish. Great finish. What's everyone saying? Delo's good backup right back with potential that Ancelotti is interested in bringing to Real Madrid. You don't place him in the midfield's crumbling. Yeah, well, you've got that point as well. I don't think I agree with you that right back's not a giant concern. You know, you've got Williams there. You do have, as you say, Dalot is on the books. The centre mid is definitely, but after centre mid, yeah, I do think we do need some sort of backup. But if you're going, if Trippier is available for a decent enough price, then it's pretty much a no brainer, really, isn't it? Like with Shaw, when Telles came in, the Telles signing was the best thing that happened to Shaw because it really lit a fire under him. And maybe that's what Wan-Bissaka needs because Wan-Bissaka is a lot better than what he performed last season. Maybe that's what Ollie's thinking about and getting a bit more experience and a bit more leadership into the squad. But I do agree that it's certainly not the top priority. Centre mid, I agree, would be. Vibes Trippier is levels above Dalot. Yeah, in a different way. But for our squad, yeah, more valuable to the squad, yeah, definitely. In my opinion. Trippier's levels above, however, 30-40 million, you're better off keeping Dillo and using that money on a DM. As Rich is agreeing with Davey. I would also agree with that, yeah. I agree Vaz is better than Trippier and all, but it's priorities, yeah. So we're all on the same page. Trippier's better, yeah. DM's the priority. Yep. The only defensive midfield we have is at our club is Matic. People would rather buy right back. I think it's very easy to to give labels out defensive midfielder, attack midfielder, all that. We do have players that can play that role, but we don't have a destroyer, a tackler. Like we have Matic is really the only one that does that role, but we do have players that can play in that position, but just none that would be able to do it consistently and to be able to allow Ollie to play the way he wants to play with that defensively minded player in there. You're right. Brush doesn't want Trippier either, and he will discuss on the five things deep. Coming for that Trippier smoke. You know what? The abuse that Hamza gets, he's doing something right. This is what you got. You can't be boring. You got to have a wee droplet of recklessness in you. But you can't just be reckless for reckless sake. So, Hamza, if you're watching, just a wee bit of advice for you. Just don't go too reckless. Anyway, how does it sound, folks? It's a completely new setup. I had last time I was it on last week or the week before? On Red Wednesday, and there was absolute madness going on with the audio. It sounded like your man, that new guy on the United Stand with the deep voice. But with a new setup, new surprise coming. Hopefully, it sounds a lot better. Bit of dollars spent upgrading some stuff. You know. And also in the chat, put in your man of the match. And if it's not me, I'm going to ban you from the channel. So you've got one option. Vibes, the pagan says Darth Vader. Yep. Vibes, you are a pagan. Davy Fisher says, with our current squad, the pivot should be Matic and Fred, or Fred and Van de Beek. I'm not foreseeing McTominay back in that pivot. Davy, I think Scott might have, what did he hurt you? What did he do? I do agree with you, though. I don't think he's good enough. But you've taken that to another level. Davy, here's what to do. In the description will be the link for the KG channel. Go over there, subscribe. It'll be me on bringing guests on the 5 Things Deep after the game by 10 past 10. Come on and have a chat with me. Let's have a chat about your utter hatred and disdain for Scott McTominay. I think that'd be interesting. But don't get enough good Northern Irish voices. And I don't mean accents, I mean opinions and voices out there. Because our accents are shocking. It's like we're on like a different. It's like the other side of the world from everyone that's around us. I'm actually surprised that when I'm chatting on the 5 Things Deep and all that sort of stuff, that people understand what I'm saying. Let me know if you understand me. Vibes needs to call into. Yep, he does. He does. Does a whole lot of that in the background. Doesn't have the plums to back it up, do you, Vibes? You big pagan, you. What was your what was it, Rich? Your definition? It had a mad part in it. Rich, give us your definition of pagan again, and Vibes. Vibes, chat shit, stay in the comments. Yep. That's Vibes. Just Vibes. Vibes, let me know what your definition of pagan is. Brush as well. I want to know your opinion on, not your opinion, your definition of a pagan. We've had Riches and it was enlightening. Let's say Santiago McTominay or Fellaini. Oh, Brush. Rocking hard place. It's McTominay. Fellaini can gear out of here. Gear out of here. Fellaini is like the worst symptom of the worst period of the United's recent history. Get him out of here. Scored some, big, very important goals. But as an overall symptom of the health of the club, it was bad. It's bad. And I don't think you can say that for McTominay. He may not be a superstar, but he ain't a Fellaini. Although, is that the player's fault or is that just being victims of circumstance? Brush, I wanted to cry when we signed Fellaini. Yeah, that was a madness. I was quietly confident with the whole Moyes era. I didn't want. Do you know what? I had too much faith and trust in Fergie. I was like, it can't be the wrong decision. He did good things with Everton. Fergie can't. He's been planning this for years. He had the threat of the retirement, and then he stayed on for a bit. He must have planned something big. He must have done his homework. Something's got to be right. Everything's got to be in place. Moyes, okay, not very glamorous, but he's shown that he can make something out of nothing. Fergie was making things out of nothing with the money that was spent, like replacing Ronaldo with bloody Owen and Valencia. Maybe it's the right thing. Maybe that's what needs done. And then what happened. Say no more. Vibes, definition of pagan. Bradley from United Fan TV. Enemy of progress. That's right. That's what it was. What? That's some That's some TED Talk stuff right there. A pagan is an enemy of progress. I like it. Just brings back traumatic memories of the 2013 transfer window. Yeah, Fellaini was like the trees from Lord of the Rings. Yeah, Ents. Is that what they call them? Ents. Brush was so bad. I started a blog. Brush, put the link in. Send us the link. That'll be interesting to read. Daily Fisher, Santiago, Fellaini all day long. The guy was good for a goal and was always a big presence, a very good player in his Everton days. That's a fair point too. He was very good for Everton, but he played a more advanced role. He just wasn't a United player. We had too many players in the recent era that's just not United quality players. Not even quality, just they don't. It doesn't fit the way we want to play. It doesn't fit what we want to see. The ethos of the club, the style of play really makes a big difference. A bigger difference, I think, most people really would think it does. The whole 12th man thing is a real thing. We've seen it with the throughout COVID stuff, with the win rates going mad over the lack of supporters at the games, the home supporters. It really does make a difference. And if the fans are there and they're seeing a turgid style of play and players that they're not fully behind, that 12th player isn't really there, and it's going to have an effect throughout the season. But Brush, yeah, you're a bad player when people are starting to make blogs about how bad the situation is just because you're playing. McTominay, on the other hand, the worst midfielder I've seen play for our club. Flip me, Davy. You ever heard of Jemba? Cleberson? I was going to say Veron there, but he was better than. I think he was better than what the memory of him. He just he didn't live up to expectations, but he wasn't terrible. Darren Gibson, Morgan Schneiderlin, probably all worse than McTominay. Eagle Eye happened one day. Is that you coming on the show? I don't think he's got the plums. Vibes doesn't have the plums. Too much of a pagan, whatever that means. Brush, need to get my thoughts out in a constructive manner. Brush, you need to get what you need to get an excerpt of that up. You need to post that somewhere. Actually, don't. That's like a terrible time capsule to remind us of worst times. So we're coming up to the extra time here, 2 each. The game is, as you would have expected it to be, just bit turgid, bit slow. Nobody truly impressing. Some phenomenal goals. Can we learn anything from it? Not really. Best thing about the game is just me and you guys gotta sit and chat. You gotta hear this noise. You probably heard that. Let me see what else being said. Yep. I better be there, vibes, when it finally happens. You've gotta make like a big entrance. You gotta like put on like a Wilder suit, and then if you say like if you're not very good on it, you could just use that excuse. The helmet was too heavy. See Fellaini in an advanced role like I was a handful in his Everton days. Yep, just wasn't good enough for us. It's proper old, but here it is. Oh, is the old blog coming up? A little excerpt. David Fisher. I actually forgot about Darren Gibson's good shout. The other guys you named though are better than McTominay for sure. Schneiderlin was one of the best DMs in the league at Everton. I think you're an Everton fan. McTominay's better than Schneiderlin. Just it's kind of like saying chlamydia is slightly better than herpes, but it's still better. It feels different, but not for Donny. I just feel so bad for Donny. He's still not getting any game time. There must be some sort of injury somewhere. There has to be something. He done something. Did he debag him? Did he pull down all his trunks in training one day or something? What happened? Rich says, as much as it's just pre-season, there was a lot of laughter in that Arsenal based on the results. This doesn't look good for you guys with the season starting 2 weeks. It swings both ways. A couple of years ago, we beat Barca, we beat Real, we beat Liverpool. We looked phenomenal. Was it the Van Gaal year? I think it was that year. We looked unbeatable, and then we lost like 3 of the first 5 games, and they were like against like Swansea and Crystal Palace, like stupid little crappy teams like that. I'll have to see where Wilder got his his costume from. Remember when Ollie told Van der Sar he would take care of Donny? Ah, oh, Ollie lies. Hashtag Ollie lies. Ollie does lie. Yeah. Ollie is a liar. Fair play to him. Sometimes you gotta lie. That's what politicians. Football manager's a lot like a politician. You gotta make promises that you don't want to keep. You gotta tell lies. I think Ollie actually probably be a better politician than a manager. So we'll leave that for another day, folks. We're going to call it a day very shortly. But stay tuned. Links in the description. Actually, do you know what I'll do? I will put it in the chat. If my mouse would work. I will put the link for the KG the Comedian channel. The 5 Things Deep coming up at roughly 10:10. Come and join in. There'll be a link for... There's already some comments on there. Omar says, hi. King Ja says, sell Dalo. Fair enough. There's one there from Davy Fisher says, there's a lot of bad language there about Scott McTominay. That's a joke. Let me see. Copy the link. Put it in the chat. Boom. There it is. That'll send you over to the waiting room sort of thing for the 5 Things Deep coming up in about 20 minutes time. Davey, hope you go over and join us and jump in the chat. Oh, you don't need camera. Just need your phone. You don't even need to put the phone. I don't know if you've been on before. I don't think I've seen you on there before. Head over there, jump in the studio, have a chat. Continue your agenda against McTominay. It's all love, It's all fun. Schneiderlin was great at Southampton, got a move to Everton, great there, and got a big move to us. And then what happened? I tell you what, if McTominay went to Everton, he would be better at Everton than McTominay or than Schneiderlin was. Come at me, bro. And Rich, you better be proud of me. Didn't spoil it. Another reason for you folks to come and join me again in about 20 minutes over on the KG channel for 5 Things Deep. Yeah. Hit the like button on the way out. I don't do that enough. Oh, and it was still 2-1. I get too invested in the chat. You know what? It's pre-season for me as well, right? I'll warm up when the real games start and I have my co-host with me. Maybe, absolute pagan of a man Mark Downey is. I'll be able to focus less on entertaining you good folk at home. Entertaining. And be able to, do the scores. Even when I did have the co-host, though, I wasn't very good at that. But anyway, hit the like on the way out, people. Hit the link that I put into the chat. Come and join us. About 15, 20 minutes. Rich will be on the background. Brush says, Brad, we need you to join our WhatsApp group. Hit Rich 100%. Rich, we'll actually do it now before we go off. I'd better not be in that. Can't be in the same group as a pagan. There, I've asked him. He's typing, so he must be hearing this. Yep, he's hearing it. Right, people. See you shortly. Peace. Inside. All right.